Hey, what is going on, everybody? It's Jacob. So in this video, I want to talk to you about some of the key reasons that I see causing affiliate marketers to get stuck. Now, I don't just mean getting stuck and never getting results with affiliate marketing. They may actually start to get results with affiliate marketing and do some impressive stuff, but they're never able to level up. And then they will either get stuck at that same level or the industry might move past them. They never evolve, right? Basically, a lot of these rules apply to either never getting going, or you might get going, but you'll be a one-hit wonder, right? You'll get a few results and some good stuff might happen, but you'll never really push on and get to the multi-6 or 7 or 8 or whatever figure mark. And these are some of the key reasons, right? Now, look, choose to agree or disagree with some of these things. This is just based having my head in the game for the last 3.5 years, worked with hundreds of people, been across multiple programs, been to multiple events, met a ton of people. These are some of the biggest reasons. And the reason that it's beneficial to share this is so you can avoid this and you can be conscious of it and you can put steps in place to make sure that you don't fall into this trap. Okay, before we dive into it, be sure to check out the Super Affiliate Accelerator if you want to get into high-ticket affiliate marketing and you want to learn the stuff that's going to allow you to avoid these problems. We'll have you covered there. Not only the strategy, the community, mentorship, weekly calls, you'll be good to go. We've got resources you can plug into. We can close sales for you. We can get you moving a lot faster than other programs out there. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Give the video a like if you get any value from it. If any of this resonates with you and it helps you put a plan in place to avoid these problems, then give the video a like. Leave any questions or comments that you've got below. I'll do my best to get back to you throughout the week. But let's jump into the computer and we're going to pull up the whiteboard and we're going to chat through these and map them out. Let's get into it. All right, guys, let's dive into it. So what are some of the biggest reasons that I see affiliate marketers getting stuck? Okay, let's get these on the table so you can avoid them and you can not only get moving, get in motion, but stay in motion, right? You don't, there's nothing worse than having some wins and then it all kind of falling away, right? You don't want that. You want to leverage momentum and roll one win into another win, into another win, into another win, into another win. And ideally, these wins get bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay. I've seen this happen quite a bit. People will have this first one, but they're not quite able to leverage that into more and more wins. New SAA member, 2K. So we need to help you avoid this, right? What's the first one? The first one is around skills. Now, the problem with the affiliate marketing world, unless you're already a member of the Accelerator program, is not enough people are focusing on this. Not enough people are focusing on leveling these up and doing it consistently. If you guys could see the amount of books that I read, the amount that I go through, the amount of things that I'm always constantly trying to do to improve this, to improve marketing, to improve sales, to improve the products, it's ridiculous. Like, it's a constant game. It's no joke. Like, you've got to love this stuff if you want to do well with it. The problem with a lot of the stuff that gets marketed in the affiliate marketing space is that it puts this not even like secondary, but like at the bottom of the stack, right? So people never think that they have to acquire these skills in order to generate the money. They think that it's all the other things. They think that it's the fancy funnels, and they think that it's the the done for you stuff. And they think that it's the systems and all that kind of jazz. They put everything else before the skills. Okay, and look, you can go on and have some wins without figuring out these skills. And when I say skills, I'm really talking about marketing and sales, because as an affiliate, you don't have to handle the back end stuff. The company will typically do that for you, but learning these will stand you head and shoulders above your competition in the affiliate marketing space, and it will give you that longevity. It will allow you to roll that momentum from one thing into the next, into the next, into the next. Okay, so the sooner you can realize that all this kind of stuff right, is secondary to this, and you focus and get excited about learning, about figuring out new stuff, about marketing, about sales, and implementing that, and realizing that you're not going to be that good at it to begin with, but you will get better and better and better and better and better, the sooner you will stop being stuck if you are stuck, and will have the skills in your arsenal to continue to grow, okay, and to level up, so to speak, to be able to take on new challenges and to do well with them, right? This was something that I realized very early on, and I'm very grateful for that fact, because without this, you're gonna get stuck doing the same stuff over and over and over again, right? And affiliate marketing as an industry is a relatively low barrier to entry, so there's always new people coming in. So you've got to be constantly upskilling to get better and better and better and better. There's just no two ways about it. Okay, so some more specific stuff that you can focus on is creating better content, learning copywriting, improving your speaking ability so that you can jump on camera and you can riff, right? So you can jump. So you've got content, copy, jumping on camera with confidence. From a sales perspective, learn one-to-one selling, right? Learning how to build some basic funnels doesn't need to be complicated. Learning one-to-one selling, so you're going to get funnels. Learning psychology. Why do people buy stuff? Why don't they buy stuff? All of these things are going to serve you in really, really good stead in your affiliate marketing career, and when you go on to create your own programs, do coaching, consulting, run events, whatever you want to do, learning these as soon as possible are going to serve you really, really well. I've had people ask me, they go, Jacob, how did you go from affiliate marketing to running your own program and doing that so successfully? It's because I learned this stuff. It's not sexy. It's the stuff you have to do when no one's looking. Some of it can be pretty dry and complex and dense. But if you can get excited about learning this stuff, it's going to serve you really, really well. Otherwise, you get stuck in this crowd who are jumping from trend to trend, system to system, hack to hack, loophole to loophole, whatever you want to call it, the flavor of the month, thinking that that's going to get them the stuff that they need. It's this shit. You have to learn these ASAP. Okay, that's the first one. I can't say it any more plainly than that. You have to level up those skills, and you have to keep doing it, right? And that can cost you money. Mentorship, coaching, courses, all that kind of stuff will serve you very, very, very well. The next thing is the definition of insanity, according to Einstein, I think it was. Doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. Okay, now I put a caveat around this because to a degree you have to do this insofar as you have to be consistent. But people will do this same thing over and over again with dumb shit. Like the stuff we were talking about back here, jumping from trend to trend to trend to trend to trend to trend. If you do the same thing over and over again, but it's the right strategy, that's fine. But if you know that you're chasing shiny objects, you're not focusing on the right things, you're doing everything to avoid focusing on the long term, learning the skills, learning the marketing, learning the sales, building a brand, building an audience, the stuff that you know you have to do, right? People know this. I was reading a book recently called The Power of Consistency, and it's by Weldon Long. I'd highly recommend it. And he talks about the fact that humans are such funny creatures because in most cases we've got these goals and we know that we want to get there and we know exactly what we have to do to get there. The problem is doing that stuff consistently. Okay, so this has a little caveat on it, but if you know you're doing the right things and you're building a personal brand, maybe the results haven't come yet, that's fine, keep doing that. But if you're doing the same dumb stuff over and over and over again, and you're going to know deep down, right, you're just buying everything in sight, you're never implementing, you're never learning, you don't spend any time working on your mindset, all that kind of stuff, you're going to struggle, right? So if you are consistently doing the right things, that's fine. But if you're doing the same stuff and it's the dumb shit that we just spoke about, then that's what needs to stop, right? Because nothing is going to change, right? Buying every new $7 Warrior Forum product that comes out, right? Or buying every new launch and never doing anything with it, or buying course after course and expecting, and this is such a big one, is people view the purchase of a course or a coaching program or whatever, they view that as the solution. That's not the solution. That's the keys to the solution. You've still got to get in the car. You've got to turn it on. You've got to drive it, and you're gonna bump down the highway a little bit while you figure things out. The purchase isn't the solution. The purchase is like the keys to the door, and then you get in, and then that's when the real work starts. Okay, so doing the same dumb stuff over and over again, jumping from product to product, you got to stop that. That will keep you very, 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 very stuck to the point that you'll eventually quit. Right? That's what happens to most people. Overwhelmed, confused. That cycle of just buying keeps going over and over and over and over and over again. Okay. If you want to short circuit this, the best piece of advice that I can give you is to draw a line in the sand today and say, I've watched that video. I'm done with this dumb shit. I'm going to go out there. Let's get a different color. I'm going to go out there, and today I'm going to decide on what am I going to promote. This may sound really simple, but trust me, most people don't do this. What am I going to promote? What are the one, maybe two core things that out of all the shit that I've bought, all the shit that I've seen, all the different marketplaces that I've been a part of, different affiliate programs I've signed up for, what are the one or two things that I am going to promote? You need to decide on that, and you need to decide on that fast, and you need to make a rule for yourself that I'm only going to promote these one or two things for the next 3 to 6 months. Head down, that is it, okay? The next thing you need to do, these two go hand in hand, is you need to decide on a platform. You need to decide on a conversion method, right? This could be Facebook, great for beginners because you can be really proactive. Could be YouTube. Could be a blog. You got to decide on one. It could be Instagram, I guess. I'm not big on Instagram, but it might be for you. And then you need to decide on a conversion method. Okay, this is either going to be a funnel or having a chat to someone and match it up, right? If it's YouTube, have a funnel. If it's a blog, have a funnel. If it's Instagram, you could have a funnel in your bio, but you're probably going to do a bit of selling, talking to people as well. Facebook, a lot through conversations, and you want to focus on up here, high ticket. You got to be getting paid $500 or more per sale. Make it worth your time, guys. Come on. That's how you can short circuit this dumb shit, right? Sounds simple? It is simple. You got to make that decision today. If you figure out the answer to these three things, and then put your head down and do it, and you can watch some of the other videos on the channel about more mechanics of this, or you can jump into the accelerator program if you want the step-by-step and you want the coaching and you want the community. Whatever you do, figure this stuff out and you'll stop doing this dumb shit. Honestly, this will fix it for you, okay? That's the second one. The third one is opportunities. Whoa, that is awful. We'll scribble that out. Opportunities, that's a little bit better. Either moving too slowly when an opportunity pops up, such that you might catch it, but you miss like a big chunk of it. Missing an opportunity altogether, or on the flip side, jumping on too many opportunities, okay? It's such a fine line, and it's really tough to articulate and explain. It's really something that's going to come through experience. But the way that I think about this is, once you've got these three set up, right? Once you've got your core, I view this as this is your core business. The fourth piece of this is mindset. But once you've got your core, which is these three things, and you're executing and you are consistent with it, and you're not distracted by shiny objects anymore because you know you're moving in the right direction, I like let's call it a 90-10 split. 90% of your attention should be 100%, well, 90%. 90% of your attention should be on your core business. 10% can be keeping an eye on opportunities. But you've got to do this with discipline. Otherwise, you end up back here doing this dumb shit. So once the core business is in place, put 90% of your attention on that, and then spend a little bit of time each week looking at what are the opportunities that are out there, right? Quickly analyze them and decide, am I in or am I out? Be very, very careful not to take on too many. Only jump when it fits what you want to do and the economics make sense, right? If I put a month into this thing, which means that this is probably going to slow down or maybe even stop, is the economic return for me going to be worth it in terms of how far it will put me back over here? Okay, and again, this is something that's really, really hard to explain, but as you get more and more experience, you'll get there. Best bet is to start here and ignore other opportunities. As this is rolling and you get better at kind of curating the stuff that comes in, you will get better at picking this stuff up, and you'll say no to most, but you'll get good at spotting the really, really good opportunities. Okay, so opportunity can be not taking enough, taking them too slowly, or taking too many. Either way, either one of those three ways can get you in the shit. But that's how you handle it. Get the core business in place, put a little bit of attention on these, and then be very, very strict about the ones that you take on. Look, if you miss an opportunity, don't worry about it, and just move on. But you can miss some big ones if you've got your head too far in the sand. But it's a tricky balance with staying focused. Okay. The next one is tough at the time of filming this because of COVID, but I find a lot of affiliates are reluctant to leave their house and get to events and do those kind of things. Honestly, some of the best connections and business opportunities that I've developed online have come from attending events. It's a different vibe. It gets you out from behind the computer. It reminds you that this online world, there's actually real people out there. The benefits are endless. The relationships, the connections, the opportunities, all these things are going to open up when you get out from behind your desk. It's also going to give you the opportunity to improve your communication skills by actually talking to real people, because especially when you start doing this stuff full time, all you do is you talk to a camera or you talk to people on Messenger or whatever. You don't talk to that many people, right? I promise you, getting out to events will really, really help you. I'm going to open up a new one here, running out of space. The next one is really, really 2-in-1. It's your circle of influence, and it's listening to the wrong people. Okay, I'm not really going to touch the whole. What number were we up to? 4, 5. I'm not going to touch the whole like offline circle of influence. You're going to know if you're surrounded by the right or wrong people. But I mean your online circle of influence. Who are you listening to? Right? Are you listening to people with no experience who have made a couple of sales and now they're the expert, or are you listening to people who have done this and they've done it over and over again? And they've got a proven track record. Look at who you are listening to, and constantly try and level that up. Right? If you have to pay people to make it happen, so be it. But constantly level up who you're listening to and who you are surrounding yourself with, and that will, if you're the right type of person, which if you're trying to do this, you probably are, it will push you to not get stuck. Okay, to circle this back to the original thing, which is it will push you to constantly take on new challenges. It will push you to constantly increase your prices, sell more expensive stuff, launch different offers, try different platforms, run different ad campaigns, do all the experimenting and the stuff that you need to do to really make this work. Listening to the right people, paying to get in the room with certain people will really, really help. So that's who you listen to, and we'll call it your circle of influence. All right. If you fix those 5 things, or you're at least conscious of those 5 things, right? Leveling up your skills, not doing the same dumb stuff, get those 3 core components in place, finding the right balance with opportunities, not missing the good ones, not moving too slowly when they do pop up, but not taking on too many. You got to find that balance. Getting out of your comfort zone and attending events when you can, and constantly leveling up who you're listening to and your circle of influence. That will ensure that you don't stay where you are right now at whatever level that is, be it 0 or be it 10K a month or whatever, and it will mean that you consistently evolve. Okay, the unspoken piece of all this is that along your journey, there's going to be kind of intersections where you've got to decide, do I go left or do I go right? Big one for me was, there's been many along the way, but a big one for me was after I won the ClickFunnels Dream Car Prize. I had to decide, do I want to keep going down that path or do I want to take on a new challenge? I could have quite easily kept going and just done the ClickFunnels thing, but I was like, I want to do something different. I want a new challenge. I want to diversify. That's when I found the high ticket affiliate marketing thing. Then I went to Funnel Hacking Live, and that's where I found out about the KBB launch, right? And then through my Facebook group, I met Jamie and Chris, who helped me run SAA. Like, there's all little points along the way where ultimately you're going to have to make the decision. But if you get these things in place, it's going to actually allow you to be consistently presented with these opportunities to do different things, or at least get in the room where, you know, these things can happen. Whereas if you don't do these things, if you listen to the wrong people, you don't surround yourself with the right people, you don't get out of your comfort zone, you ignore all the opportunities, or you take on too many, you keep doing the same dumb stuff, you never get these core structures in place, and you never learn any of these skills, you will stay stuck. Okay? So there's some of the big things that I would encourage you to pay attention to make sure that you don't fall into the trap with any of these. If you want help with all this and you want to short circuit all of this and make it happen a lot faster with the right strategy, coaching, mentorship, community, all that kind of stuff, check out the Super Affiliate Accelerator for high ticket affiliate marketing. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.